So my name is Jeanne. I'm 35 years old and a half today, actually. Um, I'm a psychotherapist. I live in Pornichet on the Atlantic coast, and I'm single. Well, that's a good question, actually, to start. Um, I would say complicated. Sometimes I think I feel great about my body. Sometimes I feel like shit. Sorry, but yeah, that's the way it is. Back and forth. It's like I had like it's like my body. It's like I was me, myself, and my body. Actually, it's like we were completely three people, and there is like a voice dialogue, and we are arguing whether we should eat more or so all the times it's how it's a fight. Actually, it's a forever fight between my body would like to be heard, actually, and my mind who wants to be seen and fit and everything. So it's like um, it's very exhausting, actually. It's I feel I would like to feel more peaceful about it. So that's where I am right now at 35 years old. It's been a long way. I feel much better, but in a way it's still really complicated. Um, I think the worst time in my life was 5 years ago. So yeah, okay. I just got fired, and I was breaking up 2 months before my wedding, and so I was already like in kind of I was very thin. I was almost anorexic at the time, so I wasn't I wasn't listening to my body at all. I was losing weight and it was getting worse. And I could see that in the mirror every morning. But I felt like um, I felt kind of happy to have the control on my body because I couldn't have the control about all the experience I was going through. So I was like, oh, okay, I can actually control, I don't know, whatever I was. I mean, now when I think about this period 5 years after, I'm like, wow, I was sick. I mean, I was. In a way, I was um, feeling in power. So I think it's pretty much a time where my brain, my mind won over my body, actually. So that was pretty bad. Mm-mm, that time. I wasn't listening at all. So yeah, I couldn't figure out how to finally listen to my body. Yeah, I would say that. Um, Maybe because, well, thanks to a lot of people, actually. I remember now one of my friends, when I started to get weight again, she said, well, you I was complaining a bit. I was like, oh, I feel fat, no, 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 no. But I was still thin. But she said, well, Jeanne, I think you look much more healthy actually like that. And oh, I was kind of strange. I was like, wow. So maybe that means that before I wasn't really healthy for the others. So I think that's when I understood. I got it. I was like, wow, okay. So now I'm like, I'm still fighting back and forth depending of the days, but I'm as a vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for 20 years, and I'm very concerned about what I'm gonna eat every day. So that's a way to have a better relationship with my body now, and I try a little bit to meditate about it, to feel it, and I think recognize my emotion as well is helping. To, when I feel like these days, some days, you feel like oh, I feel fat. you know I would complain all day long because I ate too much the day before and blah blah blah, whatever. And I'm like, I feel like anger in my stomach, something like that. So that's why to me, it's really important to rely on the emotion you can associate with that. So yeah, it helps a lot, I think, to finally start a real dialogue between what's happening with my emotion, with my brain, and with my body, and you know. Yeah, well, I don't practice anymore, but I tried to a new sport a couple of years ago, boxing. And because of the you have to push yourself so much, it's really bad. The first time I went to my lesson, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's so intense, it's so. But I think that's the first time after my first lesson, after my first training, I felt completely um, I don't know, like relaxed, and just like not even meditation, or like have a nice glass of wine with a friend. It's not like that after. It's the only thing when I really really push myself hard in something, but thanks to my brain and everything, they are actually talking as well when they're not dissociated anymore when I do something like that. And so, yeah, we work as a team. These days, when I treat my body well, it's when I can think I find this balance where um, I'm not restrict. I don't add any restriction to my food. I'm not watching my weight. I'm not watching how I look. I'm not watching anything. It's when I'm not judgmental about it. Well, starting by well, being more grateful. And oh yeah, I was thinking about this our Hawaiian therapy I heard about. It's called Ho'oponopono. It's a really cute name. I love
It is
it.
a cute name.
Yeah, it's when you actually practice like a mantra every day, and you say to somebody, but pretty much to yourself, four things, and you start by say, "I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you." So you have to say all in one sentence actually, and I don't know. I would say I would love to do that every day, every morning and every night, maybe. starting by that, that would be cool. Actually, starting by, yes, speaking to my body. Tell him I'm here with him. I'm here. I'm here to take care of it. I'm here, and I'm and I and that I engage myself to listen to it more. First of all, I would tell it I'm sorry for all these years. I didn't consider it enough. And for now, I would I would start to tell it I'm here, and I'm gonna try to feel it more. I think at the moment my main goal is to feel it more. It's I think I've been avoiding, this relationship with it, because we were like so dissociated. I didn't want to feel anything, and so now I think I feel much more ready to do that. So yeah, like maybe tell it I'm ready to listen what you have to tell me, what you have to say to me. Can I actually read something from a book I read like a couple of days ago? And this book, like this one, moved me. I don't know if you can really see. It's a book by Aspen Matisse. She actually walked the PCT, so this trail from Mexico to Canada, and she actually decided to walk the PCT because after actually the night before her first day of college, she got raped, and after a few months she couldn't stay at college, so she decided to go to the PCT, and she's actually writing about her relationship with her body in this book. So I would love to read just a few words about it.
Yes, please.
Okay. So it took me almost 2,000 miles in the woods to see I had to do some hard work that wasn't simply walking, that I needed to begin respecting my own body's boundaries. I had to draw clear lines, ones that were sound in my mind and therefore impermeable, and would always, no matter where I walked, protect me. Moving forward, I wanted rules. First, when I felt unsafe, I'd leave immediately.
Thank you, Jeanne. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for this deeply empowering, moving, profound answers that you gave us. I'm sure it's going to inspire so many women out there. Thank you so much.